and shit.
I'm getting all whiny because our podcast is unlisten-toable.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I listened to it.
You live in the attic with the traffic.
That's fair.
Oh, I gotta turn you up a little.
How come y'all fucking oldest brother can't fucking answer his phone on his birthday and shit?
I don't know.
Dude, he hit the button on me and said he was having issues.
He was having an emotional day, but now it's time to start the podcast. I think. Why won't the preview come up? See, I can't confirm that I'm making a live podcast if you won't show me a preview.
All I see is Monday Night Live. So, that's the thing. Mark, we were described as the best part of Monday night.
All right.
Oh, shit. No, it's live. My preview window is fail, but we are live.
Are you sure? Because I'm on our...
I just did it on my phone. We were live.
Oh. Yep,
there
we are.
It goes. Look at that. It's crazy talk.
It's like fucking magic.
Start the podcast. Welcome, everyone, to a Three Cynics podcast, the most interesting, most important podcast in the world. I'm Clay, your host and MC. I'm joined tonight by your favorite conspiracist, a man for whom patience is the only virtue, Mark Jr.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the saltiest crab on the sea floor, he whose spiteful derision knows no bounds, Nathan.
Yeah, that's what I do.
This podcast brought to you by the birds, the bees, and our bonus this week, an evangelical interpretation of sexual intercourse. We've got one heck of a show for the thing today. I just totally tripped over my words. We're going to talk about Xbox and Twitch and fuck Disney, because, you know, we're all PewDiePie lovers. Man love and whatnot. But first, to let everybody know, as it may look, Nate and I are sitting in the same room for a podcast recording for the first time ever. It's amazement. But I'm pretty sure Mark's not amazed. Tell us what's up with Mark Jr.
Ain't shit going on with Mark Jr., but, you know, I did find something out very interesting about myself this week.
What's that?
I, for some reason, find O.J. Simpson to be one of the most fascinating people ever.
Really? What about him?
Really, I just the whole process. I watched O.J. versus the People on Netflix. Well, I watched it on FX when it was new and found it super fascinating. Just the story and all that. And then I watched the CNN documentary. What was it? O.J. Simpson Made in America or something like that. And it went through his whole life story and all. Dude, he's just, I don't know. He is so fucking fascinating to me, dude. In the last week, I've probably watched 40 hours of O.J. Simpson documentary / docudrama.
Damn.
So I don't understand it at all. I put all my other shit on the wayside. I ain't been watching none of my YouTube shit or nothing. I've just been watching OJ.
I thought he was just like a good football player, a crappy actor, and an exonerated murderer. I didn't think that any of that was...
I mean, all of that is correct, Clay. All of that is correct. But it's so fascinating, dude. It's super fascinating. I would suggest you watch it, but the documentary alone is like 18 hours.
That would take me like 45 sittings.
It'd be a while, yeah.
But what about him draws you in?
The whole facade. If you go back to, well, we'll just start in his college days in the late 60s at USC and winning the Heisman. And he went from a black athlete that came from the ghetto to a black guy that's white.
I mean, money does that sometimes.
It's very true, but he's able to seamlessly blend with any race of people, any creed, any color, any age. It doesn't matter. If you watch these documentaries and all that shit, Clay, he seamlessly blends in to wherever the fuck he needs to seamlessly blend into.
Damn, like nothing to it, huh?
He's got to be one of the most charismatic people in the last 50 years, dude. He can seriously go from the ghetto and the thugs and the crazy people and the crackheads and all that shit straight into billionaire white American and not blink an eye, dude.
But
and not stand out at all.
I thought he was like, he had turned into like a really super sour cunt in the last 10 years or so. You know, trying to steal back his memorabilia and shit and just treating people poorly.
Are you talking about since the murder or since the acquittal?
No, that was, I should say, 25 years ago. No. I'm talking
about when he stole the memorabilia, why he actually ended up in jail.
Yeah.
Yes, in 2005, or 2006, he's stupid because when he went to go rob the cat, the guy said, "Okay, OJ, it's cool. You can take all your own memorabilia. I'm not mad at you. I don't give a fuck. I won't call the law. None of that shit." So what's OJ do? He takes all his shit. His Pete Rose, his Joe Montana, his Jerry Rice. He takes all his shit. Like, fuck you, nigga.
Okay.
And dude called the law on him, and he got arrested. So
I mean, he did literally get away with murder.
No, literally, dude. If you watch just I would say, let's say the 4th or 5th episode in the OJ verse or the People versus OJ, the one with Cuba Gooding Jr. in it, and that will tell you why he got off. G. He got off because it was payback to the LAPD. That's why he got off.
Damn.
So, and dude, it's just so sad, dude, because you watch it, and dude, and the worst part is, and they said it in both documentaries and the docudrama, all that shit. Everybody forgets it's about Nicole and Ron. Of course I do. Fuck them. Who are they?
They're dead people.
They're dead people. They don't even fucking matter, even though he almost cut her head off.
Damn.
I mean, the glove didn't fit, though.
It didn't fit. Okay, I mean, I can't argue with that statement. The glove did not fit. So, but if you listen to the evidence, Nate, I mean, you murdered them.
Oh yeah, I mean, that was all the rage. Even when I was, how old was I when that trial went on? 8?
9? 8, yeah.
No, 10.
I thought it was
10. 1994, 94 to 96.
Okay.
Yeah, and I remember vividly that trial, and I don't even remember watching most of it. So, you know, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm that interested in OJ though.
See, but I didn't think I was either, Nate. And then I started watching that shit, and it's like the first major confirmable memory of like a pop culture huge thing in my mind. You know, like say something about people dying in the late 80s and shit like that, but it's the most confirmable date in my brain that I can see, and I just find it super fascinating. I truly do. And if anybody has an inkling for documentaries or anything like that, check out the OJ one. It's great.
Well, I can't watch an 18-hour documentary. Like Clay said, that would probably take me like 3 months to finish.
And they split it up into convenient hour and 45-minute episodes. Damn.
Oh, okay. Not going to change how long it takes me to view it. But, I don't know. I don't blame you, though. Like, I'm fascinated with Hitler. So, or at least the in-between of World War I and World War II, you know, driving of Hitler. So...
Hitler, essentially?
I mean, I'm not trying to be Hitler, and obviously he's a cocksucker piece of shit, but it's still fascinating how World War I turned him into what he was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're still on pace. You can still do it. But you got to take over in like 2 years.
Dude, I don't even think I can be Prime Minister of Germany. They have Prime Ministers, right? I think so. That sounds accurate. I don't think I can do that. I don't think legally I can do that.
I mean, France is trying to elect Barack Obama.
Oh, okay. That's good for them. They can have him. Bye.
Well, to be fair, all his shit would have worked perfectly there because they're already a socialist system for the most part.
To be fair, he didn't do shit worth being memorized. Oh my God, worth being remembered for in America.
Well, most 20th century presidents didn't, Nate.
Do you know what I remember Barack Obama for?
He's not 20th century, sorry. He's 21st, but...
What?
Barack Obama is the only president to greet an American NHL team all 8 years he was in office for winning the cup. That's it. That's all I remember him for.
Nice! He's a boss.
And he's black.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
number one black man president.
I don't remember him for that, though. I remember him for being the first black president, but not him being black itself.
Well, half black. You half black. But it's cool. I ain't mad at you.
So, you see, you're taking up too much time, Mark Jr. I gotta ask Nate, what's new with Nate?
Nothing, chilling. Brothers in town. We're about to Donald Trump the shit out of my house. It's pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really. I'm just working a lot and hanging out and and shooting motherfuckers. That's fun. We were
Yeah.
described by Ethan, who has no last name, as the best part of Monday night. So everyone who's not joining us on Monday night, let's get with it. All right?
Ah, really? Damn.
Clearly the best part of Monday. So
8 p.m. Eastern Time, live on YouTube and Twitch. You can find us. We're just everywhere. I mean, we're not really everywhere because I could use a multi-streaming system, but I don't trust them because you have to give them access to whatever account you're
that sounds
streaming
crazy
to. And I
me.
was like,
That's weird.
nah.
Yes.
I read about that shit on the Reddit, and they were like, oh, Restream or Brestream or BroStream or whatever is a great service. And I go to sign up. I make up my account, and it's like, yeah, I want to connect YouTube, Twitch, etc., etc. I was even going to go on Beam because that's the Xbox streaming service, and every time I clicked on one of them, it was like, put in your YouTube name and password. I was like, no. So we're not doing the multi-stream thing. We're doing simulcasting. But yes, I am in Philadelphia. I brought my whole rig down to Pennsylvania. It was a mistake. I swear to you, Mark Jr., every bump in the road was like a private little heart attack with all my shit. I mean, more than likely, the computing and electronics I carried all the way down here is worth more than the car I carried them in. So it was just absolutely nerve-wracking, and I don't think I'll do it again. I think next time I'll just or just bring a fucking laptop or something. I don't know.
Yeah, not like I have 5 computers in the house.
I know. I don't even know why I thought I needed all this. It doesn't matter. It's whatever. Oh, my suspenders are catching on this stupid metal chair.
But you're the one who opted for a metal chair.
Yeah, and I'm still wearing my suspenders, so whatever. Anyway, so yeah, things are great. Everything's wonderful, and we're going to talk about Netflix for gaming. How does that sound, Mark Jr.?
I mean, doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Well, I mean, it's really only for people with broadband internet, but...
So not me, but that's cool.
This is an article from... Where are we at? Engadget. A Mr. Nathan Ingram, entitled Xbox Game Pass lets you play 100 titles for $10 a month. Now that sounds like some seriously cool shit. They're calling it the Netflix for games, and it will include Xbox 360 backward compatible games and Xbox One games, all unlike the PlayStation Now service, which is actually like they stream the game from a server to you, so there's fucking latency all over the place between your inputs and the reactions on the screen. This actually lets you download whatever games you want to take advantage of for your Xflix. Bam, I coined it. You can't have it, Xbox.
Bam.
So
Nailed it.
So, Mark Jr., when you move out and you get your new magical internet, are you going to get your Xflix?
Maybe.
Maybe?
I mean, what's the chances they're gonna have my new hot shit?
Not good, but they might have the old hot shit
Netflix
that...
Netflix never has the hot new shit.
Yeah.
It's like a year old before I get it.
Right. But you might get some recent hot shit that you didn't get a chance to play or weren't willing to pay for. And you'll get some old backward compatible games that you have some nostalgia for. I mean, the biggest flaw in... What did we sign up for? EA Access?
Mm-hmm.
The biggest flaw was the lack of selection. It was just the games published on EA's platform, which is not very many. And with this, though, 100 games, I don't know how they're going to rotate games in and out. They haven't been terribly specific. But they say that the catalog of titles available will change over time with things being removed and added on a monthly basis. So, I don't know. It could be pretty cool. Let's see.
I know there's a lot of poop on Netflix that don't nobody watch. I know that.
I mean,
So,
I've seen every
start loading it up and you
episode
get poop.
of Raising Hope and
no.
My Name is Earl like 5 times each.
Seriously? Seriously,
No,
you'll watch Raising Hope,
no,
but you won't take my motherfucking. I'll fucking kill you.
I don't actually watch it. Like, Denise puts it on when we lay down in bed, and then I look at the screen until I fall asleep.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying, I don't actually watch the television. I don't, all I watch is documentaries. If I'm intent on watching something, it's more than likely a documentary.
O.J. Simpson.
O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson. Send me the link. Put it in the Skype. What are you waiting for?
Yeah,
It's on Netflix.
I can't watch TV either. I don't know. I mean, this sounds like it could be a good deal if they put decent enough titles on there. I mean, it's probably going to start off as mostly old garbage, or maybe not even old garbage, old gold, but stuff people don't want to play. Like they mentioned Halo 5 Guardians, which I don't know, whatever. Payday 2, NBA 2K16, and Soul Calibur 2. I really enjoyed our time with Payday 2, and I enjoyed Soul Calibur 2. I don't enjoy them anymore. So,
Okay.
it could be cool, but I was just noticing that these Codemasters, Capcom, Bandai Namco, 2K, THQ, these are companies that are constantly having sales on Humble Bundle Store. So I wonder if there's not some connection because their games are always on sale, so now they're just licensing them to this Xflix service for cheap.
Well, I'm pretty sure THQ doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, but somebody owns them.
Or at least the names. Yeah.
Well,
the names, yeah.
Maybe, yeah, they're intellectual properties.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't know. You gotta be an Xbox gamer to appreciate these sorts of things. That's why. I mean, I'm trying to get a rise out of Mark Jr., but it's not working.
It's not at all. No.
No, because it doesn't matter, dude. I'm not that kind of cat.
But what would it take for it to matter, Mark?
I need the new hot shit.
But they can't give you all new hot shit. They got to make money on the new hot shit.
Yeah, then nobody would buy the new hot shit.
I mean, that's fair, but I didn't give a fuck if they make money.
They ain't your friends.
What do I care? I mean, it doesn't sound like a bad thing. $10 a month. I mean, I think that's what you pay for Netflix. And I get every penny's worth out of Netflix, so I might, but I don't know. Without internet, it's kind of pointless.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to stick to
like
topics that don't bring you down to your internet level, but I can't always do it.
Well, I mean, seriously, in my internet predicament, the only thing I can't do is game online. That's it. I mean, I can watch all the videos and do anything I want online. I just can't game. So, yeah. It's awesome. Mm-hmm.
I mean, by the time you get your interwebs back, you might have so much pent up gamer rage. I mean, you might quit your job and never get off the Xbox, and you'd be playing with the controller with one hand, using the mouse with the other.
You're insane.
You can do it, Mark. I believe in you.
Couldn't do it, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like a horrible idea, but I think Nate's right. You're going to start with some old ass shit, and everybody, even like Nate said, there's two of them that he's got mini nostalgia for, but he's like, do I really want to drop Soul Calibur 2 in this bitch?
I mean, they want to drop it on you.
No, but I'm saying, you're sitting at your computer, and you're like, I really want to drop Soul Calibur 2, or do I want to go play Battlefield? Probably going to go play Battlefield. Yeah. Just in case you're wondering. Yeah, I'm just being honest.
The new hotness. It is what it is.
Exactly. So it's more of like the bored guy sitting at home, I guess.
And nostalgic people, too.
Or nostalgic people, yeah. And there's plenty of middle America income people that would love that shit and pay you all kinds of money for it.
Well, I mean, sort of like games as a service might be the future. I could see it.
No, they've been trying it for years.
Really?
Gamefly, and there was another one where you could download computer games for so many bucks a month. They've been trying it for years. It's just not taking off because people want to play what they want to play. And if all they want to play is fucking League of Legends, then they don't need to pay $10 for you to download some stupid ass game they don't care about. Soul Calibur 2.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure that I could Google and download an emulator and a ROM for Soul Calibur 2 in like 8 to 10 seconds.
Probably. But I don't know. I see them as attractive things, but then again, I saw EA Access as an attractive thing, and there's a lot of games in EA Access. And yeah, I mean, I got my money's worth just playing Dragon Age Inquisition. And then, like, 2 hours of Battlefront. But other than that, I mean, games, they're... I don't know. Preferences can be specific. And I play all sorts of kinds of games, but I didn't want to play most of the... Geez, they had like 20 games or something in EA Access, and I only played 2 of them. So, no, 3 of them. I played what was the one where you're the yarn? You're the yarny guy, and you throw that shit out, and it's like a platformer. Yeah. Anyway, I played that too. That was cool. Anyway, okay, we'll move on.
Mark doesn't give a shit.
Thanks for trying to get a little rise, Mark Jr. I appreciate it. Okay, so on to this TechCrunch article from Sarah Perez entitled, Twitch will sell video games on its site starting this spring. The cool thing about this is they're going to give streamers a cut. Now, here's how it works. So you have to be a, quote, partnered streamer, which means you have to garner enough viewers consistently, and then Twitch will partner with you, share ad revenue with you, and with this new program, which basically is just Amazon selling digital games, because Amazon owns Twitch, right?
Essentially, yeah.
But in this case, every time you stream a game on Twitch, you label it so that when people are browsing, there's a quick synopsis that says, the title you gave it and the game you're playing, and a little screenshot of what's happening 30 seconds ago or whatever. And now in this, people will click on your stream, watch your stream, and if you watch long enough, or if you have the right habits, there will be a buy button, buy this game, underneath the streamer, and if you buy it from Twitch, the streamer gets a cut. How sweet is that?
That seems pretty dumb. I feel like that's not going to ever happen.
But they said they're doing it.
No. It's going to happen. I mean, they're going to set it up. I just feel like their sales from that monthly are going to be like $12.
I mean, but that's $12 I didn't have before.
Right, but if I want, I'm always going to look for the best deal. And odds are, is when you buy that, it's just going to email you a fucking Steam code, because that's what PC games do.
But when you buy a game from Twitch, it comes with a free Twitch crate that includes exclusive emotes and chat badges.
Well, shit. I know my exclusive place to get games now. Just going to go straight to Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's whatever. It's a way to make money. It's Amazon just trying to sell digital games. I like using Amazon for some of my games because they used to have a program where if you bought a brand new game, you got a $10 Amazon gift card. So
hell yeah.
It was $10 off. So I bought all my new games through Amazon because it's just a goddamn Steam code anyway. At which point, though, at this juncture, I'm just going to go to Steam and probably get a better deal.
Yeah, that's true. They undercut just about everybody, except for maybe GOG and Green Man Gaming on occasion.
But odds are it's going to be whatever new price it is. If it's $59.99, it's going to be $59.99, and you can go to Green Man Gaming and get brand new games for $10 less than that. So why not just go there? I mean, and I feel like the most popular Twitch streamers are streaming free games anyway, or games that cost $10.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of League of Legends. There's a lot of the Counter-Strike. There's a lot of Dota. I mean, it's like these are all just free things.
Yeah. Oh, I'm pulling up Twitch's front page for you right now, Mark Jr. You're not even watching the stream. What the hell am I talking about? But check this out.
Silly.
I'll describe this shit to you. All right, I'm going to put it up for the viewers. But the top 12 games are... League of Legends has 100,000 people watching it right now. Then Counter-Strike Global Offensive, 60,000 people or thereabouts. Hearthstone, Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, Horizon Zero Dawn is the brand new super hotness. It is getting incredibly rave reviews. So it gets its slot up in there. And then H1Z1, King of the Hill.
King of the Kill, bro. King of the Kill. It's a garbage zombie game.
I saw what I wanted to.
Okay, I saw that. So I was correcting you because you were wrong.
And then there's Overwatch and Dota 2. 60 seconds? Never even heard of that. So anyway, yeah.
So free, $10, free, $60 new hotness, free, $30, free. That's what you just said.
That's the top 7.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
if they give some kind of deal where if you buy skins in League of Legends or you buy packs in Hearthstone, then it might be a thing that helps them produce money. But then you're talking about Amazon making deals with Blizzard and the producers, whoever the hell developed H1Z1 and Dota 2, Steam. That's what they'd have to break down individual deals with each of them, I would think, to make that work. That's good to see For Honor still up there. It's been out like a whole week and a half.
I know.
Granted, it has, 1/10 the viewers of League of Legends at the moment?
Yeah, Mark Jr., why are you not watching your favorite League of Legends player?
This shit's retarded, first off. Y'all can eat a dick with League of Legends or Dota or whatever the fuck it is.
Look, there's this one guy, Summit1G,
MOBAs, right?
Who's playing CSGO. He's got 27,000 people watching him alone. I'm jealous.
Well, I feel like he's definitely on top of his game then.
But isn't CSGO Counter-Strike from like 1998?
Right, but updated.
Yeah, it came
Not
out in like
updated at all.
2012 or 2013.
But now with knives and gun skins, bro.
Yeah, but it's 1998. I mean, it looks like that game that I used to watch you play, right?
It's the same exact graphics, yes. Now with gun skins, bro.
Why would you want to watch that?
Why do you want to watch video games at all? I don't know, but people do it, and we need to take advantage of it.
I'm with you, Nate. I'm with you on that. I don't know why people do it at all. It doesn't make any sense. But I think you're missing the whole boat on the Twitch, the whole reason we're having this conversation. Dude, what about the fuckboy retard that wants to love whatever that new hotness shit Clay said was? Event Horizon or whatever.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Event Horizon is a great horror movie, but probably not what he's streaming.
But that's what it came up. I mean, you might get like a viewer. Shit.
Right.
But what about the fanboy fucktard that wants to be like whoever the fuck's playing the game? He's like, he's playing new hotness. I'll help him out. He'll get like $1. You're underestimating that, Nate.
A lot. Mark Jr., a lot of streamers, their career is taking donations on Twitch.
Yeah, right. Understood. So, I'm sure there's plenty of fucktard fanboys that will not only give him some donations, he will also buy the game from Twitch purely based on the fact that I like this guy.
I mean, it'll happen.
I mean, come on.
But it's not going to happen a lot.
When Mike Rowe starts his Twitch streaming career, I'm going to watch him all the time. He's going to do dirty jobs live on Twitch.
He's got charisma. I'll probably watch him too.
He's got a podcast out y'all can listen to. It's not very good.
Yeah, not everybody can do podcasts.
He cannot. I don't care about his life. It's cool. It's not his fault. It's my fault.
Well, yeah, you don't care about celebrity culture and that sort of thing anyway.
Unless it's O.J. fucking Simpson, apparently.
So I don't know, Mark. All I'm saying is, if O.J. Simpson tells you to buy a game from GameStop, but it's $10 cheaper at Best Buy, where are you gonna buy it from?
Well, I'm going to Best Buy all day.
Well, that's my opinion.
Well, I mean, I feel you. I'm just saying, but there's plenty of people that will buy it online from Twitch just to give the money to so-and-so.
But wouldn't it make more sense to buy the game $10 cheaper and then give that $10 to them through a donation? Because I bet they're not getting 1/6 of the price.
No,
he guarantees you he's not getting 1/6 of the price. But people aren't very smart.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, I can see that fucking scandal coming. Where fucking Twitch or Amazon, whatever you want to call them, catches one of their streamers recommending to his viewers, no, that shit's $10 cheaper on Steam. Go get on Steam, give me that $10. I can see them undercutting the program. Damn, you're evil, Nate.
You're right.
Evil.
But
I'm evil, sweet.
No, I mean, you just thought up the worst in people. Like how they could just subvert.
I was trying to help out the little man. I was trying to channel my inner Mark.
I mean, you're right. You're right. I
getting
got
my
that backwards. You're
conspiracy on.
evil. You're evil toward the man.
Which I'm not, because I like the man. I feel like the man is good. He's in charge. He knows what he's doing. It's cool.
he does not know what he's doing. All right.
The man knows a lot more what he's doing than I know what I'm doing. So
I agree with that statement on my front too, Nate. But I still don't trust that nigga.
if you were like, Nate, you can be president, I'd be like, pass. That's gonna be a hard pass.
I would hard pass as well. And they'd be like, no fucking way.
I do not want that kind of responsibility. I will pass.
Be my first stoner president that smokes weed openly. Because that's the
Although
only way it's gonna work.
they do get paid for life, so I might just do a shitty job, have a really low approval rating, and have people hate me, and then like live in France or some shit.
I mean,
And have like full benefits and shit too. Don't forget about that shit. That's very important.
And protection. So
Yeah,
if anybody
but-
wants to shoot me.
but then you would always be the man.
Yeah,
Okay,
see,
sweet. I'm
I
okay
got
with being the man. I just think that I would be worse at it than somebody who's already been corrupted by it for 20 years. Because they at least have some semblance of what's best for them involved, and I would just have no fucking clue. They'd be like, should we bomb Korea? And I'd be like, all right. Think that's a good idea?
No. Whoa. Secretary of Defense, Nate. Settle down. Settle down.
That's why you gotta surround yourself with smart people.
Well, don't call me.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's cool. I mean, like, it's cool.
No, Mark Jr., you're gonna be my Secretary of Housing and Urban Development.
Yeah, I could handle that, dude.
And Nate would be my Secretary of the Food and Drug Administration.
Can I just be in charge of who gets to drive and procreate? Can that be my job?
Well, no, you could mandate autonomous vehicles.
That would be sweet, yeah.
Yeah,
we would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Government overreach. Oh,
I'd so be the conspiracy guy from the inside. It'd be great.
Oh my. Okay, I forgot to change the title on the gaming competition here. But let's play a Gaming Smarts challenge that this week I'm calling Consolitis of the Gamepad. Doesn't that sound like a tricky sort of venereal disease? What do you think?
Yeah.
No? No? Well, guess what? The
The
audience loves me anyway, so you can't stop them. Anyway, I've put together, let's see, I think 10 true or false statements about consoles. All about the history of consoles and just the really weird things I could find about them. And I think you guys are going to like it. Okay, so who's up first? Who won last week? Mark Jr.
Mark, yeah.
Yeah, so Nate's up first. Oh yeah, for all the listeners and viewers, if you're missing Sebastian, he couldn't attend. He has to sing songs.
His head got too heavy and he can't get to the mic.
He tried, but he's rug burn on his forehead.
Hold on, my shit's all fucked up. Why is my shit fucked up? No, Gaming Smarts Challenge, I did break it. Oh well, it's funky looking, my camera's too low. Who gives a shit? Alright, let's play a Gaming Smarts Challenge. Nathan, are you ready for the first question?
Nope, let's do it.
True or false? The Nintendo Game Boy could run for 30 hours on 2 AA batteries. True or false?
For some reason, I want to say longer than that, so I'm going to say false.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. That was...
Didn't it take 4 fucking batteries?
No, it took 2 AA batteries and could run for up to 30 hours because the screen only displayed 4 shades of gray and had no backlight. So it was never using much energy to begin with. But, I mean, there might have been some room for interpretation anyhow.
There's always room
the
for interpretation.
time.
You don't know how to word questions. We've been
I know,
over this
it's great. All right, Mark Jr. The 1991 Game Boy game, this is true or false, Faceball 2000 could be played by up to 16 players with a mess of cables and adapters.
Sure.
You're just gonna go with it? I got you. That's awesome. It's true. Most other multiplayer Game Boy games allowed only up to 4 players with interlink cables, but Faceball 2000 broke the mold.
Luckily, I never had a Game Boy and never interfaced with anybody.
I think I messed with a Game Boy once, but
I had a Game Boy. You guys don't remember that?
then it might have been
No,
yours I
no,
messed with.
We
Might
broke
have been,
that shit.
'cause I broke it?
No, we broke it collectively. Like it was a group effort on purpose.
Oh, on purpose. I don't remember that at all.
Like something we do. It's cool. No, it sounds completely like something we would have done.
All right, Nate. Here's your chance to make up your lost point there. True or false? The PlayStation 2's last game was released in 2012.
I feel like it's got to be false because the first two have been true.
Wait a minute. What? Are you wording your answers as confusedly as I word my questions?
Nope, it's false.
It's false. It's false. He says it's false. That is correct. The last game ever released for the PlayStation 2 was Pro Evolution Soccer 14, released in late 2013.
God damn. You get some PES.
Yeah. That I don't know when it went out of production, but people made games for it for a long time after. It's fucking crazy. All right, Mark Jr., he's caught up with you. Here you go. True or false? In 2002, a British man named Dan Holmes changed his name to PS2.
Really?
I mean, you tell me, is that true or false?
Some random dude I've never heard of, did he change his name to PlayStation 2?
No, I didn't say PlayStation 2.
I know. He said PS2.
Mm-hmm. It's all in the wording, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but we know what the fuck he was meaning. If I met a guy and he said his name was PS2, I'd be like, "Did you name yourself PlayStation 2, bitch?" True, because people are retards. So true.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. In fact, Dan Holmes didn't change his name to PS2, but he did change it to Mr. PlayStation 2.
See, you're asshole.
Hold on. Was his first name Mr.?
No. Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, his first name was Mr. Last name, or middle name PlayStation, last name the number 2.
That guy's a cocksucker.
I told you, this is weird shit.
I will throat punch you if I ever find you, dude. Mr. PlayStation 2.
Well,
Mark
that was
will
15
channel
years
his
ago.
inner
now, so.
Liam Neeson.
Yeah,
and
right.
throat punch
Yeah.
the shit out of you.
All right, Nathan. You got a chance to take the lead now. True or false, the first PlayStation's best-selling game of all time was Gran Turismo at 10.85 million units.
What PlayStation?
The first.
The
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Okay, all right. I don't think I've ever played a single Gran Turismo game.
I did number 5. It was all right.
I'm going to say true.
That is correct. 10.85 million units. Interesting fact, Gran Turismo, the original, took 5 years to develop. 5 years. That's a long time of, lost profits. All waiting on one game. Anyway, point for Nate. Don't let me forget to give you guys points. He's up 2-1, Mark Jr. Get your shit together. Here we go. True or false?
I don't know shit about gamepads, apparently. It's cool, and Mr. PlayStation and shit. It's cool. Go ahead.
Consolitis of the gamepad. All right. All the face buttons on a PlayStation controller have a meaning. Specifically, the X and O buttons represent yes or no decision making.
That was the question? Was that the end of the question?
That was it. All the face buttons on a PlayStation controller have a meaning. Specifically, the X and O buttons represent yes or no decision making.
X was always yes. But I don't know if O was no. I'm gonna go with true. Fuck it. True.
That is correct. And the triangle represented viewpoint, and the square refers to a piece of paper representing menus and documents in games. Because the Japanese they have to assign meaning to almost anything, you know?
Happy Destiny or whatever.
Yeah.
A couple
So
weeks ago.
point for Mark Jr. All tied up 2-2. All right. Next one. Oh, we're in the final stretch here. Nathan, the Nintendo 64 was groundbreaking for being the first console to feature 3D graphics. True or false?
I'm trying to remember when it was released. I say false. I want to say someone did it before them. False.
That is incorrect. It was the very first to feature 3D
I thought
graphics.
someone did it before. Man, fuck it.
I mean, who came before them? What was it? TurboGrafx, and then there was the Jaguar. But I don't remember if any of those had anything like Mario 64.
No.
The 3DO wasn't 3D.
No, it simulated 3D.
You horrible bastards.
What? It was marketing, bro. What are you gonna do?
It's just like Subway, the $5 footlong. Footlong is a trademarked phrase. It's not an actual description of the length of the sub.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Still tied up. Mark Jr., here's your opportunity. True or false, the Nintendo 64 launch library included only 2 games outside of Japan.
I remember we all had 64s. I don't remember at all. Only 2 games, huh? I want to say false, but I'm going with true. True. Why not?
He's trying to confuse you too.
That is correct. Those 2 games that were released in any place other than Japan with the launch were Super Mario 64 and Pilot Wings 64.
Both of which were
Now,
great,
see what
by
I'm
the way.
doing. I'm using Nate's logic. Yes, they were both great, but I'm using Nate's logic. Whichever sounds the most asinine, you go with.
When it comes to Nintendo, that's what you do.
All right. Nate, this is your last chance to tie it up. True or false, the Sega Dreamcast was the first games
Nate's
console to feature motion controllers.
I owned a
Gamecast had
Dreamcast.
motion controllers now?
I don't think that it did. I remember that it had the shitty, like, memory card slot on the controller thing that also had a view screen, but I don't think there were any motion controllers. I'm going to say false. I don't think that it did.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It did.
I
Now
owned that
fact
bitch
check
for
me,
years.
because I didn't bother to look it up.
Okay.
You know my sources. You know how I work with them. I take them at face value and I make a game.
Right.
Anyway, if you can prove me wrong, then I'll give you that point. Either way, Mark Jr., why don't you go ahead and try to take this last one? True or false, Mark Jr.? Consolitis. The Dreamcast's newest game was released in 2015.
It can't be. It can't be. But I'm going with the most asinine, so I'm saying true.
You are correct. That game, Ghost
Fuck
Blade,
even owned.
was released on September 21st, 2015 for the Dreamcast.
Someone loves their fucking Dreamcast.
So
Holy
what'd you find
shit.
out about motion controls?
They did and did not. They tested and made motion controls, but they never actually released them.
That's why you don't remember them ever being a thing.
Yep.
All
Goddamn
right.
trickery.
Such trickery, Mark Jr. Congratulations! You win 4-2 or 4-3 because the motion controls were kind of they kind of weren't, but it doesn't matter. It's all good.
Because somebody loves Sega Dreamcast.
Somebody loves it. I mean, they're making games for it. I mean, I heard it had awesome features and stuff, but the only time
loved
I
it. They
ever
had it,
actually saw one of those Batman kind of angular
were
controllers
wild.
was in Nate's room.
Mm-hmm.
And I never actually played with it.
I loved my Dreamcast. It was a great system. It was highly underrated.
Oh, and it had a ton of games, too.
It did.
In my research for this, my expectedly shallow research for this competition, I saw that they had tons and tons of games for the Dreamcast, but Nate was the only person I ever saw using one. So, I don't know. It's crazy talk. Well, good competition.
Yeah, there was one game, Time Stalkers. It was an RPG. It was fucking fantastic. It resets you at level 1 after you get out of each dungeon, and you acquired new people and different abilities, but you always restart at level 1, so you always tried to see as far as you could go in each particular dungeon. It was really good. Nice. I really liked the Dreamcast, but it didn't take off. It was Sega's last hurrah as a console developer.
So, if I remember correctly, more than 1,000 games released for it, something like that. More than enough games, and you and a lot of people, extol the virtues of the Dreamcast. What kicked its ass?
Well, as you stated earlier, the controller was odd and off-putting. It was very weird, very awkward to handle. As a matter of fact, fun fact, speaking of Soul Calibur, that's the reason I bought it, was because it had Marvel vs. Capcom, and it was the first system to get it. That's why I got a Dreamcast.
The fuck did that have to do with Soul Calibur?
It reminded me of Street Fighting games. Shit. Damn.
All right.
It was a Dreamcast exclusive for like 6 months or some shit.
Damn.
But it had a weird cartridge system in the controller that I don't exactly remember what it did, but it was kind of like a predecessor to what the Wii U tried to do with the look at the TV and look at your controller. It's very weird, but overall it did have a lot of good features. It was a very fun system. They had a lot of good games. A lot of good games on it. They had a lot of good exclusives.
Failed miserably.
So, but was it the popularity of the competition from Sony and Nintendo that just...
I mean, it came out, it was the competitor to, the 64 and the PlayStation, right?
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because
it was out before Xbox and the GameCube and all that, so yeah. It had to have been...
So, I mean, you look at Nintendo was dominating in that field at that time. I mean, do we know anybody who was white who didn't own a Super Nintendo and a 64? Not a lot of people. Fun fact, listeners, I said white because
I kicked it with, you had 64s.
Yeah, everybody I knew who was black growing up had a Sega, and everybody who was white owned a Super Nintendo, which is just odd, but it was a fact. It was very weird. You can ask Mark. We grew up with a lot of black people, and it was just, they just seemed to own Segas. I don't know. It was weird.
Rob owned a lot of Sega stuff, but he also hung out with a lot of black people, too.
Yeah.
But I used to go over to my black friend's house just to play Mortal Kombat, and... there was another fighting game that I always used to play on Sega Genesis.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. But anyway, sorry for that little off tangent there. But I just think that their domination, and as many good games as they had, Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, PlayStation, they had, Dreamcast had a plethora of good games. 64 and PlayStation had a small amount of amazing games. And I think that's kind of what did it.
Yeah, I mean, if it truly was, if this is correct, and it was the first to feature 3D graphics, that was really something. And maybe that's why everybody, their mama and their dog owned one.
I mean, Mario 64 is an amazing game. It was fantastic, and you got it with it for the console for free.
Yeah.
It was great. The console is so awesome.
Why can't consoles be awesome anymore?
It still works. You could, flog somebody with your Nintendo 64 and then just plug it back in.
Yep.
Beat a home intruder to death with it. And then just keep playing Gauntlet 64.
And it's those ancient printed circuit boards with those giant hard soldered processors and shit.
Yep. I mean, but think about it. It also had Turok 64, which was awesome. It had
they tried to bring Turok back 3-4 years ago, something like that.
Well, it's a dated concept at this point. But,
yeah, that's true.
I mean, think about it. When Turok came out, late 90s, early 2000s, there was no first-person shooter dinosaur games.
No, and I played it. You think Far Cry was inspired by that sort of game?
The original Far Cry?
What Far Cry is? I only played Far Cry 3.
Oh, Far Cry, the original Far Cry is more like a, Far Cry and Far Cry 2 are more like, just generic first-person military shooters.
Oh. I was about to say, yeah. Or, I mean, more like Mercenaries versus military shooter. But yeah.
They were both good games. I got no complaints about them.
No, I meant the play style. The mostly open world, but with linear missions.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
But it was hot.
All right, so what's this thing you put in this document,
Mario Kart 64
Nathan?
shit was hotness too.
Well, I think that's what really made the 64 take off. It was the first to feature 4 controllers.
It had those round ports.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
Time before the internet was huge. I mean, we had the internet at that point, but we were monitoring hours with AOL or some stupid shit. Awful, dumb.
Yes.
Listening to the dial-up
get
modem.
as many CDs as you can, motherfucker.
Yep. Thank God that went away. Paying for hours on the internet, because there would be riots in the streets over lack of internet. But Nintendo 64 was the first to feature 4, which means for the first time, all 4 of us boys in the house could play a game at the same time. Granted, Rob didn't want that to happen because he's a cocksucker. But and who doesn't like to play multiplayer games, only likes to play games by himself. But there's a lot of households where that was a thing. You know, I mean, think about it. We've often lamented, or I've often lamented, that our mom smashed our Nintendo with a hammer. Well, you bought one Nintendo for 5 motherfucking kids. You think we weren't going to argue over it?
Don't forget Dad, homie.
And because Dad he'd like to act like it. He liked to act like he didn't, but he tried to play.
Dude, he's straight Jack Dragon Warrior 4. I wasn't allowed to play it till he beat it and shit. And he's all slow motion. You know how he plays video games.
He does.
Motherfucker.
But yeah, I think that was a big selling point for the Nintendo 64 was the multiplayer. Because think about it, still classics, games that people still play to this day, and not like facetiously, like Mario Kart 64 and Mario Party, Star Fox 64.
Mario Kart 64 is my favorite Mario Kart. Awesome.
You guys would be surprised, you know, while the media and even us are watching and talking about how the world of technology and gaming is just turning over devices at such an incredibly rapid pace. I swear to God, every time I walk into a different student's apartment, I'll see an N64, an original Xbox, a PlayStation. They're everywhere. People have those ancient devices because, I mean, I guess to a lot of people, because I see that far more often than I see a brand new Xbox One or a brand new PlayStation 4. You'll see...
But first off, you just named it, though, Clay. They still work.
Yeah.
They do.
You can go get a Nintendo.
They had great games that you could play forever.
Yeah, but... And they still work, dude.
Mark's right, though. Even the original PlayStation CD reader was really high quality. It wasn't the first to feature CDs.
Right now, that bitch works.
Oh yeah, I was looking into buying a Nintendo 64 before Betsy got me the Wii U. Because the reason I got the Wii U because I wanted the party games. Mm-hmm. And
I bet you that shit works.
Never ended up buying one because she got me the Wii U for Christmas. But yeah, you can. There's a. I was going to say ancient because that's what Clay said. Like it's not 12 years old, but there's a vintage games seller near my work that you can walk in there today and buy an N64. 4 controllers, all the plugs, no games, but it's like $30.
Damn.
Well, Nate, and to be fair, the 64 dropped in like 98, dude, so it's more like 20 years old.
Okay, 20 years is not ancient, Mark. There are dinosaur bones.
In technology, it's ancient.
I mean, only by our today's standards.
Agreed. Only by our today's standards.
I mean,
but
think
the way
about
it's moving,
only by today's standards. The last Dreamcast game came out 2 years ago.
I don't know, pick my Dreamcast.
Awesome.
You still own it?
No. Hell no.
I don't know. Shit. What did it run on? Was it discs?
Yeah.
Yeah. CDs.
Yeah, remember it's this little like white box. I think it's where GameCube got its the GameCube got its design from. Because it's just this like fat little white box, probably weighed about 10 pounds. And it had a little button on the top to open up the CD port.
That's right. I remember the swirl on top of it.
Yep. I like the Dreamcast.
All right, cool. So what is this thing from Kotaku you put in here?
Okay, so this is an article on Kotaku by Cecilia D'Anastasio. That's a good name if I pronounce that correctly. Some YouTubers are overjoyed that Maker Studios is firing them. So Maker Studios is Disney's subsidiary for YouTube, and they originally went with a kind of a catch-all net where they employed tens of thousands of YouTubers. I want to say like 60 or 70 total. Well, they've recently reevaluated their plans, and they're going to try to funnel that down. I say try to. It's Disney. They're just going to do it. But they're going to funnel that down to about 1,000 of their highest quality, quote-unquote, people. So they're essentially getting rid of 50,000 plus YouTubers from their network. The thing that makes the article great is that most of them are hoping that they get chosen to not work with Disney Maker Studios anymore, because they feel like all of their creativity has been taken out of their hands, and they've been stuck with doing what is Disney safe and friendly. As a matter of fact, many of the people have been fighting for months and even years to try to get out of their contract with them, saying things along the lines of, they can keep their money. I just want to be able to make my content again. So it's just kind of funny that, I guess when you look at it from Mark's perspective, Disney's the man, and they're going to come in and they're going to offer you some money, and you're going to get a good opportunity to get some exposure and some money, but they're going to say, no, can't do that. And then you're fucked, and you got to pick something else to do. Because that's how it works. So I think it's good for those people who are trying to get out, and it'll probably be better for the 1,000 or so people they do keep, because they're probably going to put more backing into each of them. So I think it's a win-win. I think for the people that want their freedom from Disney and can get it, it's going to work out well for them from a creativity standpoint, and from the people who stay on, it's going to be good from a monetary standpoint, because they're going to get bigger backing theoretically from Disney.
Right, more per individual.
Yeah.
Right.
At least more attention from Disney.
Well, I hope so, because one of the quotes in the article that I just skimmed through it, and this just stopped me in my tracks. She says, quote, "Stories of late payments, hands-off management, unresponsiveness, and general incompetence were rife among Maker-partnered YouTubers interviewed," unquote. She says that the ones that didn't take advantage of Maker's brand relations felt that Maker was basically just making money off them for nothing, which is how I see multi-channel networks anyway. I mean, there's a few occasions where a multi-channel network like Rooster Teeth they'll take up YouTube channels and really propel them, because that's what an MCN is supposed to do. Rooster Teeth has a golden reputation, and I'm still waiting for them to ruin it. But they're Funhouse and a bunch of other people. Anyhow.
I need you for a minute.
Okay. Be right back.
But if they were using Maker, or Maker was using them, just, like skimming off the top, you know what I mean, Mark Jr., but not really, only offering them hands-off, unresponsive management and late payments, and I just hate the idea of this whole thing, like handing over not only the creative process, which should be the most important thing, but also your money to the man, so he can say, yeah, I mean, we might do a thing one day that could get you some more viewers.
Right. But people read stuff. How about that? How about you research what you're signing before you sign said document? That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, you think about it, Mark Jr., if you're big enough for Disney to offer you a contract, get a motherfucking attorney.
Okay, and even if you don't have an attorney, you ain't got an attorney friend or a paralegal friend or somebody who takes care of legal shit, and just say, hey, read this shit, tell me what it says.
Mm-hmm.
That way you know what it says, and that way, if they're not holding up their end of the bargain, then you can fight them on that. You know what I'm saying? And get out of your contract, or not go into a contract with them in the first place. So how about you read? And I understand, yeah, Disney's not chasing people who have 5,000 subscribers. These are people who probably have 500,000 plus subscribers. So, well, I mean, I'm just being honest, right? I'm not going to target some dude that's got 5,000 subscribers when I can target a guy that's got 693,000.
Right.
So I'm just saying, how about you read what the fuck you're doing? I'm with you on the whole y'all want to get out of your contract things. But when you said you want to get out of your contract, all I could think the whole time was you signed it. I mean, what the fuck? You can't get mad now. I mean, if you signed a contract with somebody and they said they were going to fix your house for $38,000, and then they come at you with, well, it ended up costing you $50,000, you'll be upset, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to try and hold them to their contract, right?
Hell
Right.
yeah.
So what's the fuck is the difference? How about you read and know what the fuck you're talking about before you just willy-nilly sign? It's like, oh shit, it's Disney, sign. Oh, how do you know Disney's not fucking you? Well, come to find out they are. Oh, wonderful.
Well, think about it. Think about it this way, Mark Jr. The license that you give a multi-channel network, whether it be Disney's Maker or any of the others, remember how I said just a little while ago I wouldn't use a multi-stream service because I had to give them access to my accounts? When you join a multi-channel network, you have to give them your YouTube account so that they can manage it for you and take so that they can divide the revenue and make your publishing schedule. You basically give up all aspects except for what you actually say into the camera. So hell yeah, you're right. That is a thing you should read before you sign.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, it's a dick move on Disney's part or Maker's part or whatever the hell it's called. I agree with that said statement. But how about you look at it before you sign that shit? I'm just saying, read that shit. And it's not a user agreement. You know what I'm saying? This is a fucking contract. So this is something that needs to be, even if you got to take it to an attorney and pay him $500 for him to read it, how about you do that?
I told you, not 1 week without being disturbed. Not 1 week.
I know. I know. Maybe I'm telling you, maybe we shouldn't do it while that whole thing's happening. Anyway.
It doesn't matter what's happening. Anyway. Also, the viewers might notice a wardrobe change. I just found out my brand new shirt has a hole in it. I'm a little bit pissy about that. So, it's a different penguin shirt. But, anyway. I missed all that conversation. So, basically, fuck multi-channel networks is what I'm guessing was the gist of it.
Well, Mark was just reminding everybody, don't sign something you haven't read.
I mean, that's fair. That's
I mean, that's, that's
they can't make you do anything illegal, but it can fuck you in so many ways.
Agreed. And it's a contract. This isn't something you just click yes because you want to watch a YouTube video or, what the fuck ever. This is like, they own you, nigga. When you sign up with the military, guess what? You don't own you no more. They do.
I guess it depends on your situation. There's some smaller YouTubers that would love to be a part of Maker Studios just to get themselves out there. And it depends on your long-term or short-term plans. If a multi-channel network came to us and said, hey, 1-year contract, we guarantee you X amount of viewers or whatever, we might be more inclined to take it because after that year, we could go back to doing what we wanted, but now with a much higher viewership. But if you're somebody like... Donna's
still reading that shit. Donna is still reading it.
Damn. That's like 8 years ago.
Before we signed it.
It was ancient, Mark. Ancient.
Just saying.
But... It's different for someone. I'm assuming most of the people already had a strong viewership, which is probably why they were selected by Disney Maker Studios. So I guess it depends on you're going. Hey, what's up, Ethan? Ethan's on the chat.
Oh, nice.
What's up, Ethan? Thank you for joining us. But I guess it depends on Ethan described us as the best part of Monday night.
Yeah, he's our biggest fan.
Yeah, bro.
Keep up with it. News, Mark Jr.
I mean, I saw him on the YouTube chat the other night.
I mean, but I guess it all depends on your status. If you're a low person and the terms aren't that bad, there's something you can deal with, then it's like Mark said, read it first. That's the bottom line. If you read it and it's something you can't handle, then don't do it.
Yeah, and Nate needs to go ahead and forget it because we'll never make it at Disney.
No. I mean... 1950s Disney, I could probably swing some dong, but current Disney, no, not at all.
All right, well, we've been going on too long already, so how about some rapid reactions, and we'll close this out, get on to the post-game show. Are you ready, Mark Jr.?
Sure.
All right, a beautiful quote from George W. Bush this week, quote, "I don't like racism," end quote.
Awesome. Good for you.
All right.
That's profound stuff.
Doesn't tell me if you're a racist or not.
Yeah, he just doesn't like it. Anyway.
Nate, self-hating racist.
On that topic, Nate, a Georgia couple were sentenced to 13 and 6 years in prison on Monday for making racist threats at a child's birthday party while pointing shotguns at partygoers. Go.
I mean, I feel that's more for pointing shotguns at partygoers than making racist threats.
I mean, you can't threaten people.
Also, why do they get different sentences if both of them were doing it?
Because only the guy was holding a shotgun.
Okay.
And
okay.
his girl was just hollering
waving
racial epithets and shit.
Okay,
And
so
waving a Confederate flag.
Yeah, there you go.
So he made it kidnapping. She made it a hate crime. That's what happened.
Something like that.
That's what happened. Okay.
Alright.
Well, dick move, bro. And apparently George Bush doesn't like you.
Uh-huh. Damn right. All right, Mark Jr. Somehow Donald Trump blamed Barack Obama for all the recent White House leaks. Go.
Well, duh.
Yeah, I guess that is a full circle thing, isn't it?
I say, isn't
Yeah,
the first order of business for any president to blame the last guy?
yeah. All right. Nathan, the American Academy of Pediatrics warned this week that marijuana is not harmless to the developing brain. Go.
Duh.
That's what I thought, too.
Like, do we need to have a national health advisory about
Yeah,
that?
they want people to talk about it.
Don't let your fucking toddler eat marijuana brownies.
No. And don't let people smoke weed till they're 21. Now, that's fucking impossible. But if you smoke weed, you should stop until your brain is done developing. How about that?
All right, Mark Jr., let's see if your brain is well developed. Kingston is now shipping 2 terabyte USB flash drives, and you can have your very own for the low price of $1,625 USD. Go.
That's a hell of a lot of money, but it's a hell of a lot of memory. So, I don't know. Because my Xbox only has 1 terabyte.
Yeah, but it's
So,
not
is
flash
that-
storage. Flash storage operates at about like 500 times the speed of a hard drive.
That's awesome, but who the fuck's got $1,700 to drop on some memory?
Not
flash drive.
me.
Demand, Mark.
Demand.
He's already got it. He made it.
Nathan, Pokemon Go passed 650 million downloads.
Is that still a thing? Who's
Yeah.
still doing that?
They're still doing it.
Oh my god. Okay. I mean, good for y'all. If y'all are out there and y'all enjoy it, feel free.
All right, I'm going to give the next one to you, too, because I want to give the last one to Mark Jr. Nathan,
Right.
Peter Moore is leaving Electronic Arts to be the CEO of his favorite soccer franchise.
I mean, lifelong dream. Sweet. He'll probably fuck it up because I'm guessing he probably doesn't know much about how to run soccer, but he probably knows how to run a business, even though EA's super fuckered. You know, he clearly does.
I mean, they
They make
business.
money.
Yeah.
So
All right, and Mark Jr., I'm going to read this one to you exactly how my dyslexic finger type. Here goes.
spoke it and typed it.
Yep. Mark Jr. Some vloggers discovered that Nintendo Switch cartridges taste no very good.
So
Go.
they don't taste very good. Are you eating them?
People were apparently sucking on them and trying to figure out what the new Nintendo tastes like.
Why?
Who cares? I just read the headline.
Well, no, I understand, but that's just some wild ass shit. Why would you? What?
People
You
want
stuck it in your mouth?
they
Why
want
did you
attention
put it
on the
in your
internet, Mark Jr.
Well, then I guess put video games in your mouth. I don't. I'm confused at the whole fucking statement. Why put it in? It's like you found a new rock. You're like, oh, a new rock. I'm gonna put it in my mouth.
I mean, that's that's a science experiment.
That's what toddlers do.
Yeah, they're conducting experiments.
Yes, but there too. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, and how many times do you run around swatting at them and shit? Like, don't put that in your mouth all the time.
All the time, but they
Because
have to run the
you
experiment.
But you just don't put random shit in your mouth. I don't
Mark.
buy anything from the store and think I need to put that in my mouth.
But you only have to swat them out of their mouth once if you swat it out of their mouth from inside a moving car.
Fair.
I'm saying throw your children
Right.
out of moving cars, guys. That's what I'm saying. Kick those little
Don't
gremlins out
do
before they
that.
get too big.
No,
Okay.
I'm just saying. It was
We gotta
very
get the heck
confusing.
out of here, you guys. Thank you all for joining us. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, or almost anywhere else. Check out the video content on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to support the podcast, the best thing you can do is leave a like and subscribe to the various mediums, but most importantly, leave us a rating and review on iTunes. It's the biggest podcasting platform in the world, and if ever comes the day we are featured on iTunes, like, I will be so happy that happened.
And you'll have been a part of that.
And you will... Damn, Nate knows how to turn it around. Full circle right there. Don't forget your promotional Tourette. Screaming at people. I'm going to go ahead and roll the outro, because that's what I was supposed to do, I think, about 6 seconds ago. But that's okay, because I'm making up time right now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And, man, that thing is too quiet. I'm going to have to up the volume on that thing. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. Until next time.
Be easy.
Be sure and join us for the after party.
After party. Battlefield 1. See, I didn't waste enough time. It's still going. It's way too quiet.
Well, there it is. There. Now it's done. Bam. Everybody wins.